didn't mention to you is that typically it's been a constitutional convention in Nigeria that if the prime minister is Muslim, then if the president is Muslim, then the vice president is Christian. If the president is Christian, then the vice president is Muslim. This is intended to have a proper representation of the Nigerian population. Right now, you have a Muslim president, and then they decided to choose a Muslim vice president, and so there is actually no Christian representation in the Islamist government. By the way, this is a government that is working closely behind the scenes with the Islamic Republic of Iran. You should ask the foreign minister why Nigerian school children are holding pictures of the Ayatollah, who is a brutal dictator and is murdering my people in Iran. People need to look into the linkages between the current Nigerian government and the Islamic Republic of Iran. I was a politician for 7 years, Pierce, and I can tell when someone is lying and avoiding the truth. That's exactly what this foreign minister is doing, and shame on him.
To all the victims of Tinubu government and APC, good news to you. As I speak to you right now, Tinubu on the run. Panic in Aso Rock. You know why? The whole world has now come fully out against Tinubu and his government. They say number one, his government is a terrorist government. You just can't afford not to watch this video to the end, because this is going to be the best video you are going to enjoy. I didn't say what, so you are going to enjoy it. It's a promise. Tinubu said he's Minister of Foreign Affairs to foreign media to go and lie. You need to see the way the journalists lash him, telling him on stage that he is lying. Tinubu government is a jihadist government. I'm not going to say anything. Let me stop here. I beg, this video, now error if you watch them alone. Make sure somebody else sees this video. In case this is the first time coming across my video, I want to say a big thank you to you for stopping by. This only goes on platform, a platform that tell you undiluted truth. Also, immediately after this video, you are going to see Plateau State government governor. He also came out to put fire. He said, yes, what is going on in the state is genocide, jihadist. I thought it was a Tinubu boy. He turned against him. All the world. Make you enjoy. Thank you.
Here's what's happening in Nigeria is jihad. It's the exact same thing that happened on October 7 by Islamists when they broke into Israel and murdered Jews yelling Allahu Akbar. It's the exact same thing that ISIS terrorists did to the Yazidis in Iraq. It's the exact same thing that happened in Lebanon. Here's the only difference between what's happening today in Nigeria versus what happened 1400 years ago when the Muslim Arab invaders came to Persia is that back then people did not have cameras, but today they do. It is 100% jihad. We've seen it before. This is how the Islamist playbook always happens.
Well, I don't think that the foreign minister was denying that bad things have been happening. He's just denying that it constitutes a genocide, and that the numbers of reported
because his
deaths
government
of
is a part of it.
Of murders of Christians.
I think his government is complicit. Right now, you have an Islamist government in Nigeria. One of the things that he didn't mention to you is that typically it's been a constitutional convention in Nigeria that if the prime minister is Muslim, then if the president is Muslim, then the vice president is Christian. If the president is Christian, then the vice president is Muslim. This is intended to have a proper representation of the Nigerian population. Right now, you have a Muslim president, and then they decided to choose a Muslim vice president, and so there is actually no Christian representation in the Islamist government. By the way, this is a government that is working closely behind the scenes with the Islamic Republic of Iran. You should ask the foreign minister why Nigerian school children are holding pictures of the Ayatollah, who is a brutal dictator and is murdering my people in Iran. People need to look into the linkages between the current Nigerian government and the Islamic Republic of Iran. I was a politician for 7 years, Pierce, and I can tell when someone is lying and avoiding the truth. That's exactly what this foreign minister is doing, and shame on him.
Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang said that the violence in his state is not a clash between farmers and herders, but is a genocide instead. Let's take a look.
What happened on the plateau is not a clash between farmers and herders. Please hear me and hear me well. What has been happening is genocide. and I want the international community to note it. We think we know those behind it. We are coming after them. Already a number of arrests have been made, and we know that those arrested are only agents of the masterminds behind these attacks. And we know that there are powerful forces behind them. By the grace of God, we will not only expose them, we will break their ranks.
All right, as complex as Nigeria is, Rufai, we've heard from Plateau State Governor use that word genocide. We also heard from the former Benue State Governor, what is his name again? What was his name again? The former Benue State Governor, Autumn, actually used the word genocide to describe the killings in that area as well.
You see, the truth is blunt.
Yes.
There is Christian genocide in Nigeria. No matter how we try to change the narrative, is it that they're not killing of Muslims, they're killing of Muslims, but there is Christian genocide. I've read the definition. Once you have the intent to kill, cause bodily harm, wipe up a group of people, is genocide. You see, the reason why all of them are running from the word genocide, because they know the tag it gives an international implication. That's the same reason why Israel was running away from that tag of genocide in Gaza.
Yes.
Like they run away from it, they don't run away from it. There's Christian genocide in Nigeria. Fix it and let the truth reign.
Finish.
Stephanie.
Main point. That really is the main point. Christians are being killed in Nigeria. Nigerian government cannot run away from this. This is the actual fact, because we have heard from your constituents, pastors. We've taken stories from, Dachamo. We have seen proof. We have seen fact that Christians are being killed en masse. Huge numbers of Christians have died.
Sincerely, the fact that we are even debating whether there is genocide in Nigeria or not is deeply, deeply worrisome. It is troubling on many levels, and it says a lot about the state of our country today. When a nation gets to the point where the loss of human lives becomes something people argue over, something people twist or downplay to fit a particular narrative, then it shows that we have lost a sense of humanity somewhere along the line, and that is a very dangerous place to be. What makes it even more disturbing is that many of the people involved in this debate are not arguing out of ignorance. They are not unaware of what is happening. Rather, they choose to hold on to narratives that align with their interests, their political positions, or the agenda of the groups they belong to. They will rather defend a narrative than defend human lives. And when defending an argument becomes more important than defending Nigerians who are dying, then we must ask ourselves what exactly we have turned into as a people. The truth is simple. Nigerians are being killed daily by terrorists. This is not something that is hidden. It is not something that requires research or investigation to confirm. It is a plain fact. It is something the Plateau State Governor himself stated clearly, boldly, and without fear. These killings are happening from north to south, from east to west. Communities are being wiped out, families are being shattered, children are being orphaned, women are being widowed, people are being displaced from their homes, left with nothing but the clothes on their backs. So why are some people still trying to water down the reality? Why are some people more interested in arguing about terminology rather than addressing the actual problem? Whether you call it genocide, massacre, large-scale violence, banditry, terrorism, or any other name, the core truth remains the same. Human beings are dying unnecessarily and brutally in Nigeria. This should never be something we argue about. What every well-meaning Nigerian should be focused on right now is simple. How do we stop the killings? How do we protect communities? How do we rebuild trust in our security institutions? How do we ensure that the government, which has the constitutional duty to protect lives and property, fulfills that obligation fully and sincerely? Arguing about what name to call the killings does nothing. It brings back no lives, it stops no attacks, it comforts no grieving families. It only divides the country further and distracts from the real issue, which is the urgent need to end these terrorist attacks once and for all. If anything, denying the scale or reality of the killings only empowers the terrorists. It tells them that even the people they are attacking have no unified voice demanding justice. It tells them that they can continue their evil acts while the country wastes energy debating terminology. At this point, what we need is honesty. We need empathy. We need unity. We need leaders and citizens who will look at the situation for what it is and acknowledge that lives are being lost daily. Because if we cannot agree on the basic truth that Nigerians are dying, then how can we come together to find a solution? So in the end, whatever nomenclature is given to it is irrelevant. Call it anything you like. What truly matters is recognizing that human beings, innocent Nigerians, are being killed because of terrorist attacks. And what matters even more is the urgency with which we must push for the government to take decisive, effective action to stop it. That is the real issue. That is the real conversation. And anything outside that is simply a distraction. Period.
In 1804 Nigeria, we were living peaceful with the Hausa Muslims, no problem, until these people came from nowhere. And Ottoman Danfodio admitted them and said, these are our brothers. Once they entered into Nigeria, what happened? All the Hausa princes were wiped out. And they established Emirate Council. Today, as I talk to you now, no single Hausa Muslim is an emir. All of them are Fulanis. It has become a right. It has become their modus operandi. Look at how they are spreading. They don't even want us to remember or talk about these things. Why is it that every time there is infraction on the north, it's from these same people? Why? Nobody has come to ask questions. Do you need the whole Nigeria to rear your cattle? Please. Niger State have told you. Niger State is the size of the entire Southwest. They have told these people, come, we have enough land for you. We will give you everything, build it, make everything come. They say no, they don't want. Kano said to call them, come, so that we can give you land if you want to rear your cattle. They say no. What does that tell you? It means that there is something they are looking for. But they will never come out and tell you. They'll be dodging and hiding under cattle or whatever. Why is it that this infraction is always coming from them every time? Go and check. But it's just that because this thing happened, we overlook it. We don't check. We don't cross-check. We overlook it. And now, look at where we are now. Look at how they are blaming everybody for what they are caused. Look at how they are blaming everybody. They are not even remorse. Moses, they are not even remorse. They are not telling us that they are killing Christians and Muslims. Must anybody die?